Greet you in peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Um, issue is continue to be this Pledge of Allegiance, this Star Spangled Banner issue. I can remember in my own childhood being forced to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the singing of the Star Spangled Banner. I mean, even back then, I mean, why, with a black man such as myself, or black boy back then such as myself, um, want to pledge of allegiance to a nation that continue to do deplorable acts upon the American Negro in this country in which it was asking to pledge allegiance to. I remember back in the days as a young black boy of being bused to white neighborhoods to go to public school. In one of my videos that I have up, I told you that, about the white boy that spit in my face when I was just a little boy. When he was like maybe a teenager, somewhere probably, between 16 and 21 of age. I knew he was just a big dude, being, in the first, second grade at that time. I mean, it's ridiculous for a white America to be asking the black man of anything, giving allegiance for chaos that they have caused, not just in his own country, but everywhere white America footprint has been upon in foreign lands. You turn on the TV and they talk about the chaos in Syria, in Iraq, in Afghanistan, in Africa, everywhere, man. This is based upon the chaos that white America has caused, has instigated. And yet, the American Negro is supposed to pledge allegiance to a nation with despicable history, man. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I wouldn't stand for it. I would wipe my ass with the motherfucking flag. And then send it to the chimp and it's sitting in the Oval Office right now. I ain't got no respect for him because he's black. I wouldn't, vote for anyone just because of, his color, his skin, which mostly, all Americans, have done. Even, the American Negro, have done, When he told us, when Clinton, well, not Clinton, when Obama told us he is not just our president, figuring that, the American Negro figured that, with Obama in office, there would be some type of change, some type of correctiveness. But it's always, the same, school of thought, has always been. So it wouldn't have mattered if he was yellow, black, blue, white. It wouldn't have mattered. It's still the same old, same old. I mean, why would the American Negro who wave whatever flag you wave, the red, white, and blue, red, black, and green, whatever, you know, will want to get behind, you know, the descendants of Willie Lynch and his compadres. It's the same thing, man. It's the same thing. You know, in the Willie Lynch letters, it said that the Willie Lynch said, you know, he would teach the white slave masters how to get the slaves to love him and to get the slaves to trust him. But even though the slave masters wouldn't be required to love the slave or to trust the slave. You know, we should know better, man. We should know better. Here it is in the 21st century, and it's a policy as usual. You know, putting our trust, our lives, in the people that's supposed to be, you know, making sure that we're protected, our rights are protected since the emancipation was signed back in the mid 1800s. Even Lincoln said himself, even though we free, we still will be slaves. You know, it's just like, why would I want to pledge allegiance to a country that's going to send out white motherfuckers in blue with a badge and a gun to protect, so-called protect me from harm, to protect my property from theft and fire, when this white motherfucker want to gun me down the streets for no apparent reason? This stop and frisk shit, it's a bunch of bullshit, man. You can't even sit outside your own neighborhood without being harassed by white boys with badge and a gun. Fuck them. If they get smoked, they get smoked. Fuck them. I don't shed no tears over the families, the widow, the children of any cop, whether he's black, yellow, orange, whatever. I don't lose no sleep. Today I just read two police officers got smoked along with some civilians. When you at war, man, you know, hey, it's casualties, you know. Innocents sometimes get killed. That's what fucking Colin Powell said. You know, in war, innocent people get smoked, man. Because the United States government is responsible for murdering over 12 million people overseas. Innocent people, innocent people. They just dropping bombs haphazardly on anything that moves. They got white boys sitting in Nevada flying drone planes overseas remotely, dropping these missiles and shit, man, on schools, on hospitals. Doctors Without Borders even refuse to provide service anymore, man. In these neighborhoods, these people can't even get, aid, food, medicine, because, they're afraid to get blown the fuck to bits, you know? This is all because of the white man. He is responsible for all this chaos. All this chaos. Why we got a fucked up education system? Hey, you look at the white man. You got whitewashing of our history, the American Negro history, because it seems like, you want to make slavery part of our history when it's not. It's the white man's history. Slavery has nothing to do with us. That's you people. You people are the most despised people, man. That's why these motherfuckers want to fly airplanes into motherfucking skyscrapers. These motherfuckers want to put bombs in mailboxes and shit and set them off via remotely and shit, man. It's you people. You send a black man overseas to fight your wars and shit, come back to the motherfucking chaos to where he just might get smoked by a cop while in uniform. Wind up in the fucking chokehold by a white motherfucker with a gun and badge, on his return from doing a couple tours overseas. And you wondering why this shit's happening. Come on, man. Don't fake the funk. You know why it's happening. I know why it's happening. You know, it's just not being said publicly. I want to play, politics, with shit and whatnot. Sit around. You find the Tom ass niggas to get, to dance to your to your drum. Get you your coons. Stuff dollars in their pocket so they can get their congregation and shit, to dance to your drum. But that's, like I said, that's only 1% of the black population. It's the 99% that's left over that don't fall for no bullshit. Best believe that. It's 99% of the black population in this country, in America. The American Negro will not fall for your bullshit. The black people are through with the clowns like Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, and Louis Farrakhan, and all the likes that like him, all these other pimps, in the black community and whatnot that call themselves pastors and whatnot, man. Today's past is nothing a replacement of the white slave owners of yesteryear. White America forget about the terrorist attacks that it has done here in this country to the African American people. Have we forgotten Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street, the lynching of blacks, the burning down of homes of blacks, segregating our houses and whatnot, man, to where, you know, blacks couldn't even get FHA loans and whatnot because by legislation, federal legislation, you know, blacks couldn't get it. Why? Because it was the white man that wrote these legislations. White motherfuckers are playing dumb. They're playing dumb, man. It's like, why would I want to sit across from a motherfucking man that want to kill me, man? And, you know, have a kumbaya moment. Nah. You see a lot of Muslims and whatnot, especially a lot of immigrant Muslims, they want to sit across the table of these white Kafirs and whatnot, man, and have these kumbaya moments and whatnot, knowing that, you know, they want to send you back to their country of origin to where white can be right again. You got white folks burning down mosques, running in mosques, armed, shooting at people, you know, and they get a slap on the wrist. It's more of a slap on the wrist. It's more of a duty rendered situation and whatnot. You know, it's a lot. It's where I live at, and I live on the east side of Northwest Washington of King County, um, and it's predominantly white. And you know, white motherfuckers like, no, man, you know, we don't want your kind out here. You know, I don't have the same mentality, I'm not of the same mindset of the American Negroes that live out here, because they bow down real quick. And I've seen it. I witnessed it. I've witnessed it. You got a lot of mothers out here who are single with a bunch of babies, and a lot of thug niggas who are laid up with these type bitches. You know, I, man, it's ridiculous. I see so much out here, man. And white motherfucker think I'm going to just, you know, toe the line just like the rest of the people who are afraid of these white folks. I ain't afraid of you. I ain't afraid of you. As long as I got a trigger finger, I'm not gonna be afraid. I don't fear nothing when I have the potential to take a life. Anyone who wants to take mine, I'm gonna take yours first. I think I'm more vicious than any white motherfucker. I'm not one of these dudes out here, man. I told you in my last videos, man. A lot of you cats, man, it's going to get harder and worser even before you see the bright light, a pinhole of the light trying to shine through before you even think about getting better. Because it won't. It won't. It would be a millennia. It would be 100 millennia before this thing gets any, you know, we see that white light shining through a pinhole. How can you talk about peace when you're the most despised people on the face of the earth? Everywhere your footprints are at, you are despised. not just by my people, but those abroad. It's in your history, going all the way back to the Romans. You're a despised people. You get on our people, because you get on this brother, this brother, because he don't want to stand, because he don't want to stand for anything that's white. The Pledge of Allegiance, that's for you white folks. It's not for us black people. The Star Spangled Banner, that's not for us black folks. That's for you white folks. You can have that. You can have that which makes you. I mean, you got that American pride, you keep it. That's fine with you. Don't force me to stand for something that you about when you ain't down with what I'm about. You never will be down with I'm about, what the American Negro is about. It doesn't make me or break me if you ain't feeling me of what I'm saying. Nah. If you're willing to listen, listen. Take whatever you can learn from it. This is going out to my Muslim brothers and sisters who lay in bed with the enemy, who thinks that, because we're Muslim, that we have to bow down, to these kafirs, these swine, pig-eating, pig guts, deplorable people. How can you ask someone to stop killing us? How can you sit side by side, holding hands, and ask them for mercy? When the president approved that 110,000 refugees to come to America, they're going to catch hell too. They're going to catch hell from my people. They're going to catch hell from the American Negro. But I bet you everything that I own, that those refugees that's on their way to America will catch holy hell under the name of Christianity, under the bullshit which the white man follows. Those refugees are going to catch holy hell. Those that are refugees that are abroad now, who are being forced to give up their religion of Islam for Christianity, just so they can have very little peace, for food, for water, for medicine. It's telling them, if you give up your religion, we can treat you with our medicine. We can try to get you to our American hospitals to make you better. We can try to get you into our schools to educate you so you can forget all that barbarism of that backwoods Islam. Forget about that Muhammad and worship our Jesus. I said, I wouldn't get behind worship no white motherfucker. I know Jesus was darker than me, darker than my own father. fuck I look like getting on that type of bandwagon? But so happens that a lot of the American Negroes are on that bandwagon of worshiping a white Jesus. You know, fall for that foolishness that white folks, you know, come at them with. I don't believe it's that easy, you know, to hoodwink, you know, brainwash, you know, folks. White man write all these laws suspecting everyone to follow them, where the white man, if it benefits him, he will break those same rules that he has legislated, that he has had adjudicated and by executive order in force. He will break those fucking rules, which this country has done. September 20th is the anniversary of the poem Star Spangled Banner, written by Francis Scott Keys. I think it's behooving all the American Negroes to do their research on the lyrics or the text, the original text of the Star Spangled Banner, because what we know now as the Star Spangled Banner isn't really it. Back in the time when it was written, the British, during the Revolutionary War, the British had offered all the slaves in this country their freedom if they were to fight with them instead of against them. And you know that's not going to sit right with the white man asking his slaves that he has sodomized, raped, murdered, that he's his slaves to go fight for his enemies and get his freedom. That's not going to sit right with the white man who owned these slaves here in this country. The white man forget about his history. That we supposed to get, the black man is supposed to give him a pass on all the horror that he has done to us, to our ancestors, and to our descendants that were kidnapped from their homeland and brought here by force. It's deplorable, man. It's deplorable. This is going to be another topic that I'm going to pick up probably a little later. I'll probably, most likely I'm going to be doing another video to post. I hope you guys who are open-minded, who don't fall for the tricks, schemes, and the schisms of the oppressors of the American Negro will dig deep into your pockets and let a brother know that, you know, that you supporting and getting the message out to awaken the sleeping American Negroes. To those of you who ain't feeling me and just giving the brother the side eye, the evil eye, the little murmurs under the tongue, it doesn't do me any good. I mean, come on. I still keep on doing me. I'm going to keep on doing me, no matter what. Even if it costs me my life. You'll never find me shining the motherfucking shoes of our oppressors with my motherfucking tongue. Like you see some of these so-called black pastors that they do today. These are fools that should be drug out to the street and executed. These people are the enemy of the black American Negro. You want to make a change, black people, you got to change with your hands physically. Fuck this talk. You're doing too much talking. We're wearing out too much shoes by doing too much marching. Fuck this marching shit. It does us no good but get us some exercise. It's time to put in some real work. You feeling me? These folks ain't got no love for you. None. Not even the chimp in the Oval Office right now. He has no love for you. And if we were to give that chimp another 4 years in the Oval Office, he would still have no love for you. I leave you so you can ponder, to think, to resonate, whatever. I mean, whatever you can take from it, take it. Whether it's good or bad. Whatever good you can take from it, make it your own. I have nothing to gain. You know, I'm not looking for glory, glamour, whatever. I don't care. I don't care for it. I'm going to be posting in the links below to where you can send some funds, send you some links to where you can read upon the crimes committed by white America, because they don't want to tell you, but they want us to forget about the atrocities they committed against us. that we supposed to sweep it under the rug and just forget, be the good little niggas they want us to be. Those of you that I love, to the Muslims that are truly awake, my indigenous Muslim brothers, I leave you with peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.